So what in the world did I just wake up to? I am confusion. Hello everyone, I am CD here. I just woke up not too long ago. I don't look that attractive right now because I literally just woke up. And I have to say, I am confused. I am very confused. Why? Where's hap? What the hell? I was watching DKDK TV and they did a whole explanation of this. And Bob is leaving iKON. He got caught with the drugs and the LSD and the thing and that, the third. And he's leaving. Now, hello Tia Credle. Like, according to what I just witnessed, if you follow DKDK TV, they did in their entire video they have a translation and they have Kakao Talk messages. Yes, they have Kakao Talk messages stating that BI was talking to a drug dealer. Yeah, I just woke up to this. That BI was talking to a drug dealer and this drug dealer was trying to sell him LSD. I think BI was curious about taking LSD. Like, according to the messages, if I were to interpret the message, I think BI may have thought that LSD would have made him a better producer or whatever. And he was trying to buy about like 10 tablets of LSD. But they were so like wary. Again, I'll link, once this live is over, I'll link the DKDK TV episode and some articles if I can find any. But yeah, BI got caught trying to, this is an old message. I don't know how long ago this was, but he was trying to buy LSD at one point. And now he leaving the iKON. He is leaving the iKON. I woke up looking at this like, what the G-Dragon funny cigarette is going on here? I am confused. I don't know what's going on. Like, so as of right now, think about this. As of right now, Big Bang has lost a member. Winner's lost a member. iKON has lost a member. Thankfully, no wait, Winner lost a member. iKON lost a member. Big Bang lost a member. All of YG's boy groups have lost one member to some kind of scandal. When Winner's Taehyung left, he left because of he basically got kicked out. I was about to work out until I saw the notification. Yeah, Winner's Taehyung got kicked out, apparently. BI is quitting because of this scandal. Sungri's quitting because of his scandal. I feel like they sent Blackpink to America to keep Blackpink away from this ish. And this kind of makes sense as, like, I will say I applaud YG for one thing. Keeping the boy groups and the girl groups separate now start to make sense now. It all starts to make sense now. Like, and it's funny because I don't like iKON. I honestly could I could care less about iKON. But I woke up to this and I'm just like, oh, well, that sucks. That sucks. That must really suck. But I don't like iKON, so I'm kind of like, ha. There's a mental health. He sees mental health as a weakness. But anyways, yeah. How do y'all feel about this? I don't really have. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just say this. Before y'all get all up in your panties about how you feel about drugs in Korea, I'm gonna say, especially in these idol groups, you have to understand something. Like, it doesn't matter if it's just weed. Drug culture is not something you want to introduce into these kinds of groups, because one of the reasons why Adderall is illegal in Korea is because that is a drug that will get abused. Like, that is a country where their educational system is so high pressure that that like, they will abuse that drug. It will get abused if it becomes legal in Korea. One of the reasons why there's like that is a country where their mental health system isn't really that good in terms of taking care of people's mental health. So the last thing you want to introduce into a society that has this problem is drugs. Like, this is the last country where you would want weed to be legal, where you would want cocaine, like cocaine, heroin, meth. Like, this is not a country where you want certain drugs to be legal. I'm not saying that Korea's this shithole place, but there's certain societies that would not benefit from certain drugs being legal, because they already, like, if you know anything about Korea's society, they already use cigarettes and alcohol as a coping mechanism for some of their mental problems, because, like, what else can you do when you don't have access to good shrinks? And so, if he felt like he needed LSD to become better creatively, that is unfortunate, but if you learn from the musicians of the old days, and Devastated, I liked BI, the guitar texts were only him talking about buying. Even if it was only him talking about it, like, that shows somebody who has the potential of introducing drugs into the group in the future if they wanted to. Like, if you look at old American artists, you guys, there's a lot of groups where drugs tore them apart. There are groups and there are singers where drugs tore them apart. Drugs almost killed them. Drugs almost ruined their careers. Like, look at um look at Nirvana. Look at who do I look at? Look at oh, there's so many. Look at groups like the Rolling Stones. Look at Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, ooh, that motherfucker almost killed himself. Always was popping pills, always on drugs. Whitney Houston, drugs almost ruined her career. Well, drugs ended up killing her. Drugs ended up killing her, you know? Like, I'm trying to think. Um, all I can say is good luck to their standards as long as they do well in the future. As for B, I hope he does well. He didn't, but again, like, you guys need to understand. I know people, like I said, people have their opinions on drugs and everything, but you I don't believe you can truly advocate for, because there are people who just think that all drugs just should be legal. And I don't believe that the answer to drug regulation is just making it legal and then capitalizing off of it, because in America we tend to do that, when something becomes so big of an issue. Sometimes they think the better way to handle it is just to just legalize it and then capitalize off of it. Like, people think the best way to get rid of the drug problem is to just legalize all the drugs and then regulate it, so that way people can do it in a healthy way, which isn't that's not necessarily the case, because not everyone's gonna do drugs. Not like you there's no like no, I don't think that. Do you really want let me put it like this: when you legalize drugs, these corporations that we have in America are going to do everything in like, they will benefit from you getting hooked off that shit. They will benefit from it. So careful when you say just legalize it. Because right now, weed is getting more and more expensive. So, it's up to you. He's leaving because it was revealed that he was trying to buy drugs. The issue with this, it was revealed that he was trying to buy drugs. Like there's a Kakao Talk message of him and a drug dealer, and Bi was trying to buy at least 10 tablets of LSD. And the issue with this is that you can't. Bobby will probably be the new leader. The issue with this is that you can't. This is not like in idol culture. You can't have this kind of record. Like in idol culture, you can't really have this kind of thing happening. Like it's not okay. And the fact that he did the, so it's like, and it's also an issue. It's also like an issue of like in those Kakao Talk messages, it was kind of revealed that he had already done weed. And I know weed isn't really big of a deal, but understand this is Korea. All right, this is Korea. They need much, but like there are certain drugs that they have no business having. You know, literally just woke up, so I'm sorry if I look a mess, but I literally woke up and I'm just like, what the? I need to shave my head again. Korea, yeah, Korea is something else, but every country has their issues. America's drug problems. America, we have much better psychological. We have way better psychological, mental health. We have way better mental health outlets than Korea does, and yet we have a much higher drug addiction rate. So, people also need to remember distinguish. People need to separate. Mimi, what are you doing? Kat, what are you doing? Top already was involved in weed, Bomb, antidepressants. Bomb had Adderall. All right? I'm gonna tell you, what Bomb had was Adderall. I take Adderall. And I can agree, that's not a drug you want in Korea. A lot of people ask me for my Adderall because they want to be able to focus better. Adderall, you should not take Adderall unless you need it. Because if you take Adderall, there's a that can be addictive. One of the reasons, like I have problems just changing my pharmacies because they're like Adderall is an addictive drug. Like they always tell me like Adderall is addictive. We can't just give it to just anyone. So it's annoying. It's annoying to deal with. Your messages are gonna get leaked no matter what. They should just use Snapchat. I don't understand. Why don't they use Snapchat more often? Yeah, it's kind of sad, but I'm rambling here. I just woke up to this mess. So I don't know what's going down. I don't like iKON. Like it is sad, but I don't like iKON, so I could care less. Like if they have 7 members or 6, I don't know. You know, it'd be really horrible if someone walks up to Bi on the street. Is like, "Hey yo, Bi, long time no see." Woo! Damn, son, you had one job. I love iKON and Bi. I was shook. We were all shook, friends. We were all shook. But what can you do? This is why you don't do drugs, kids. Some people make it seem like you can't go through life without getting high at least once. I have not touched weed in my life, all right? There's literally, I could get access to weed at any point in time if I want. Like, I could go ask someone to buy me weed right now and I could get it like that. But I don't need to. I'm not gonna rely on a substance. Not saying that I'm better than Bi, but like, I don't need to rely on certain substances to make me creative or to give me some kind of relief. You know, there's other ways to improve your life than through drugs. And yes, Bi didn't buy any, but that just because he didn't buy, you have to understand, just because he didn't buy any in that message Well, he was trying to. He had every intent of buying it in from those messages. Just because there was an obvious thing that he bought it does not mean he never used it. And once again, as the leader of, there's certain, he's not in the position to be using drugs. Period. He's not in that position. Regardless of what you think about, he's not in that position. He's really not. Said he wanted to take LSD to become a genius. Like, what? I think Jamon it'll probably be Bobby. I don't know. I don't care for iKON like that. They put out 2 songs that I like. That's it. I'm just like, I could do this in a more formal mindset, but I don't care. I need to go take my Adderall, actually, because I can't think right now. Look at it like this, you guys. Like with Top. When Top got caught with weed in the military, a lot of military people, like my friend Sarah, aka Young Ajima, she also made a video talking about the situation because a lot of people didn't understand why Top was getting kicked out of the military. Because in America, because I'm a military kid, both of my parents are in the military, and Sarah was in the military. You gotta, like, Top getting, like, in America, getting caught with drugs and being in the military, you won't get kicked out, but you'll get severely punished. Like, you'll get demoted. You might get thrown in military jail. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a mess. It's a mess. It really is. But you know what? That's okay. It's hopefully iKON will recover from this. I know all the trainees who didn't get into iKON are just like, never. I'm glad I'm not in that group now. All the trainees who didn't get into iKON are probably in some good ass moves, but that's whatever, you guys. Hope everyone has a nice day. I'm gonna go put my face on because I look weird. I look a whole mess. Anyways, it's CD, you guys.